Hello everyone, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we'll do the detailed camera review of the Redmi 4A. So Redmi 4A is the latest budget offering from the company, and it comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera with LED flash. It's a single LED flash and it has f2.2 aperture, and on the front camera we have a 5 megapixel shooter again with f2.2 aperture, and this is the camera specification of this device. So we'll talk about the camera interface and also some of the samples which we have taken with this device in different light conditions. So let's get started with the detailed camera review. So first step, let's open the camera interface. So when you see the camera interface, you can see it's a typical Xiaomi interface. We have different filters available, so you can just click here to get a hold of different filters. So a lot of filters are included. Then you have different modes. So modes are again quite similar to what we've seen on other Xiaomi devices: the panorama, timer mode, audio manual mode, then scene modes, beautify mode. So there are plethora of options included, and here we have the settings options, and here we have option to add a timestamp, grid lines. You can scan QR codes. Picture size can be a standard 4:3 or 16:9 full size, and picture quality can also be set. And there is option to for age, face detection with age and gender, and we have also contrast, saturation, and sharpness levels can be set here. So that's the option for the rear camera. And when you go to the video recording mode, we have the settings here, and you can see there is a video recording at full HD, and that's the option available. And we also have different modes like time-lapse mode is included. Unfortunately, there is no slow motion included in this device. So that's the camera modes available. Now there is also option to turn on the HDR and also flashlight. There's no auto HDR available on this device. So that was the camera aspect. Now let's talk about the front camera. So this is the front facing camera, and here you can see there is some modes including timer and audio mode. And if you go to the settings, you can see that front picture quality can be set to high, camera size is 4:3, and you can see whether you want a mirror front camera, and there's also option for face detection. So that's the front facing camera. Again, video recording front facing camera is also available. So that's the camera interface. So if you have used a Xiaomi device previously, you might be already knowing the popular Xiaomi's interface, the MIUI 8 interface, which comes with host of features. Now let's talk about the camera samples which we have taken with Xiaomi Redmi 4A. First up, let's see the daylight shots, and you could see that these are some of the daylight captures which we have taken with this device, and under well lit conditions the camera samples were quite good. The sharpness levels and the detailing for a budget smartphone which is priced 6K looks really impressive. And although at times the images were slightly on the saturated side, but nevertheless most of the people do like images to be slightly on the saturated side. And considering that this is a budget device, there won't be much of expectation from the camera, but still Xiaomi has done a really good job with the daylight shots on this device, and they come pretty good with good color quality, sharpness levels, and overall clarity in daylight conditions looks really good. Now the macro shots or the close-up images also were quite good. At times we did face some issues with focusing in extreme close-up images, but most of the cases it was kind of good, and the photos have also come really well in the macro captures. So the daylight shots were really good and did impress us because it's a price point which is pretty low where the device is being sold at. Now let's have a look at the low light images, and this is one area where the Redmi 4A didn't impress us because the low light captures were filled with noise, and when the light reduces you could see that noise is creeping in. And this is again nothing surprising because it's a budget offering and you don't expect really high performance in low light conditions, and but it's an average performer with adequate lighting. The photos did come out quite well, but then still noise creeps in low light conditions. So that was the low light experience of this device. Now let's have a look at the video recording. So it's a full HD video recording. Again, the video recording quality was kind of average, not the best out there, but still for this pricing it's kind of decent, we would say. Now finally the selfie experience. So this phone comes with a 5 megapixel camera, and the selfies were quite acceptable. You can see some of the selfies we have taken with this device, and the selfie experience is kind of decent. At times you could see the selfie photos were kind of muted in terms of the color reproduction, but for a phone in this price segment, this is kind of decent selfie experience altogether. So the camera on the Xiaomi's Redmi 4A did impress us in the daylight conditions, and the color quality and sharpness levels were pretty impressive for a phone in this price segment. But when it comes to low lighting, this phone does not deliver much because of the noise in the low light imaging, and the selfie experience was also kind of average. So that was a detailed camera review of the Xiaomi Redmi 4A. Hope this video was useful, and if you're looking for a budget device, this is definitely one of the good devices with a decent camera experience altogether. So that's all guys, thanks for watching, hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.